We have sound. Of course we have sound. That's easy. Just click that, and we have sound.
There we go.
That's all there
Have
is.
sound.
That's all there is to it.
Hello.
G'day.
And mute. G'day, g'day, g'day.
It's Globian.
So we're not on my channel. We're not on Alan's channel. We're now on Pip's channel.
Yay! Live from Scotland.
So do we need
That
closed
doesn't have quite the
captions
same
on?
ring as live from Norwich.
Bugger off. Well, apparently for Thank God It's Flat, we do. It doesn't like my Welsh accent.
Oh, okay.
You've got an awful Welsh accent. Doesn't
Yeah,
sound
well-
anything like Welsh.
Bloody awful.
Oh, why is that then?
Yucky da.
And I don't think me and Paul are
Yucky
going to
da.
try to do a British accent, 'cause it'd just be wrong.
No, it would be.
I wouldn't even attempt an Australian. Just can't do it.
What is a British accent? We've got so many bloody accents in such a small country. I'm not entirely sure what British would be, but
Number 33. That'd be a good one.
No, you're Indian.
are you all right, my old booty?
Yeah.
Why, aye, man.
Why, aye, man. Yeah. I don't know what I do be doing.
Boomer says,
You
haven't you
do
got
that,
people
don't you?
got homes to go to? Haven't you people got homes to go to?
Yes,
Well,
I'm
well,
sat in it.
We're all set in it.
I didn't wake up till 9:45 this morning.
I'm not surprised. What time did you knock off?
Go to about 1, I think it was.
Oh, you weren't too far after me. I'd got to about 12:30, I think, and said, stuff this, I've got to go to bed. I was knackered. And then you kept playing
Yeah,
those bloody
we had
film
hosts
clips.
to
It's
get
like,
to.
yeah, I want to go to bed.
Burma, but the government says we're not allowed to.
I say rather.
Top hell.
Jolly bloody hockey sticks.
Queen's
Paul
accent.
will remember this.
Queen's
Remember
accent.
back in the 50s and early 60s,
I do,
Paul,
hello.
with early TV? It was usually ABCs or some stations like that. You listen to the newsreels of them and their accents, they weren't British accents, but their accent
No,
was really peculiar back in the day.
yeah, they were very posh,
Yeah,
weren't they?
yeah. Same over here. BBC was
Yeah.
always like
Yeah,
the
they were.
English,
They
It's,
were posh, not anymore.
it's the Queen's English. They
Queen's
say.
English.
Pronounced, was it pronounced English, or whatever they call it?
I can't remember what it's called. Someone out there will know. Hello, Mippet.
Evening, Mippet.
Articulated.
Well, we have a micro crapper.
Microraptor.
Oh, sorry. I didn't read it. I didn't read it properly. I
Tiny, tiny dinosaur.
thought we had a micro crapper. No.
Well, forget what you see in Jurassic Park, because velociraptors really weren't that big. In fact, they're about the size of a turkey.
There we go. We've been
Yeah,
corrected.
but you
Fred
get
from that.
100 turkeys attacking you, you'll know what happened to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, the problem was that the ones they showed in the film didn't have such a cool name. Do you go for Velociraptor, which sounds pretty cool, you can say raptor, or do you go for Deinonychus? Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, I
they
think I
called it
gave it the
Veloci-
first one.
Yes,
We were told it's received pronunciation.
that's it, received. It's not what I received. The 6 o'clock news. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, how's
All
it going?
right, mate. This is what's been going on.
This is reporting Scotland.
Get me.
How's it going?
Get me. Get me. Get me, bro.
You feel me, bruh?
Like,
Yeah.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I'm
Speak
just
proper
English,
English,
imagining the
what I
guy
got.
off Junkyard Wars over there and with his tractor calling the news.
Proper job.
like what I speak.
Yeah.
Like a raptor. No, thank you. I don't think-
That team, those guys were hilarious. When their
Uh,
trebuchet fell apart on the first attempt, and he just went, "Oh, that's a proper job." Crunch! It just imploded on itself. Oh, that's a proper job.
I wonder if he's still got his big yellow truck he built.
Oh God, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, what the hell were they? What was that bloody team called?
And we're on to cars. Didn't take long.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
With it, I
Yeah,
need
that was Terry's fault.
Oh no,
You
I was
mentioned
talking
it,
about
yeah.
the bloke off the junkyard wards to do the news.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What, the guy who presents it?
No, the guy.
Crichton.
No, the guy. That guy says the proper job out of that team. That guy, the
Yeah, I'm
farmer
try-
guy. I can't remember what his name was.
I'm trying to
Or
remember what that bloody
what
team-
accent he's got.
Well, it's from the West. They were from the West Country. Let's just see if I can get.
Little puppy dog.
Right, here we go. Farmers win scrap heap challenge.
Yeah, I knew it was junkyard something. Scrappy.
I believe they were known as the barley pickers.
That sounds very familiar.
Yes,
know.
and they went on to be nicknamed proper job. Yeah, that's the ones, the barley pickers. Andy, Keith, and Robin.
I know who Grabby Guru's picture is.
Do
Oh,
you?
do you?
Yeah, it's O.
Did you have Did you have to look at it up? Or
No,
that's
it's
who?
just O. Lee.
No.
Oliver. Is it Oliver?
Could be.
Oliver Lunge? No, Long.
Oliver
No.
Lunge. Hello, I'm Mr. Lunge.
Now, what's your specialty? I lunge.
I lunge. Hello, I'm Mr. Wap Caplet.
I'm St. John Pole Vaulter, the contradictor. I contradict people. Oh, do you? No, I don't. How long have you been contradicting people? I don't.
Junk something was the American version.
Oh, what was that?
Surely there must have been some. What's Peter commenting on? What are you doing over there, Peter?
That was it. Adrian Wap Caplet of Mousebat, Follicle, Goose Creature, Ampersand, Spong, Wap Caplet, Loose Liver, Vendetta, and Prang.
Here we got. Got Flat Earth Ozzie
Oh yes,
Jesus.
he wanted to advertise his string.
Part 3, Flat Earth model. I don't even think he's worth the effort.
Robot Wars. The very first series of Robot Wars was very bizarre because it was presented by Jeremy Clarkson, and I'd never seen a man look more out of place and knowingly felt uncomfortable and out of place than Jeremy Clarkson.
He didn't want to be there, did he?
He didn't want to be there. He wasn't comfortable with it. He didn't like. You could tell he looked so uncomfortable. Like, what? Why did I agree to do this?
It's been better for Captain Slow to do that rather than.
Yeah. And then, of course, they replaced him with matey boy who did Lister. What's his name? Craig Charles. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, Craig Charles looked. Yeah, it was like, this is right up my alley. I'm at home here. Jeremy Clarkson was just like, beam me up, Scotty. I'm not enjoying this.
It looked like the Queen, or I said probably more like Prince Charles at a punk party.
Exactly. He just so. What's doing here? I don't want to be here. But yeah, Stingray had some involvement with that.
Did it?
Yeah, apparently so.
I got 5 minutes of dirt from somebody there.
What of Clarkson feeling uncomfortable?
No, of Robot Wars. I think he said the other day, because somebody said, "Oh, what had he done?" And had he done anything that people would recognise? And I'm sure he was involved with the design or something of the house robots, if I remember rightly.
Oh, cool.
But you won't see his name anywhere because it was just all you'll see is the credits of whatever company he worked for. But I'm sure he said he was involved with that.
Yeah, I try to get someone interested in it because they're a designer for this company. That used to do a lot of robotics,
Mm.
and he used to design a lot of equipment on it. He used to tell me the motors and everything he used to get. And I said, "Do you want your boss's sponsors to do Robo Wars?" And his eyes just lit up like bloody searchlights. He thought, "Never thought of that." I said, "You got all the equipment there, mate." I said, "As long as they supply all the motors, we can go in and do all the use the workshop and make all the robot." Because I'm fairly certain I can think of a lot of nasty tools to use to smash something up with.
And of course, when you watch all the contestant robots, generally the two effective designs are either the ones that just flip them up,
Yeah.
or that one that got the huge, was it hypno disc or whatever, got the huge spinning disc with a couple of teeth on it, and that just,
Yeah.
you know, if you let it get up to speed,
Yeah,
it would just rip the opponent apart in one fell swoop. But generally, you know, the sort of wedges that flip the opponent up, because an awful lot of robots didn't work properly when you flipped them up. And if you either flip them up, flip them out the arena.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody wants to see destruction, which is why I think Hypnodisc did so well, because that did, if that got up to speed, that got an awful lot of.
that was
energy
evil,
stored
wasn't
in
it? That thing.
Yeah, just one hit and it's like, boom, that's it, that's dead, he's killed it. You only got to touch him once. And
I see that went up against. I can't remember what it was. It went up against one robot and it hit it, and because they clashed with such force, they both went out the ring.
Yeah.
Just boom, just went out.
yeah, well, it shows you just how.
Because House Robot weighs a quarter of a ton, doesn't it? That big one.
Yeah, the biggest one, I can't remember. its
No
bloody
sound,
name now.
Terry.
Oh,
I
sorry.
was just seeing if anyone was noticing.
They haven't noticed. 3 of them noticed.
Yeah, don't take them long.
Okay, I've got
I
a
don't
certain
know.
person's dirt. I've got two of his videos. Unless I can find someone better or worse.
Yeah, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm looking. I'm scrolling down on me because they've dropped a few videos in the last 24 hours, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's more than he normally does.
Would that be my favourite? Who's got me blocked? Because he's put out quite a few videos in the last couple of days, and they're all like, "Oh, that's painful."
Stupid.
This,
And it's even more
this
painful when
person,
the buggers.
Yep, that's the fella.
Yeah,
Ellie's got that one and that one, and they're both only a few
Screws.
minutes of derp each.
right. That first one isn't actually his. He's just mirroring somebody else's.
Oh,
What
Yes.
what a red
what about that
screes.
one?
I don't know whether that's his or not. It looks a bit too maybe that is his.
Better you.
Excuse you.
That snuck out.
You mean he'd go to all that trouble and making all that content? And that
That's what
one,
made me wonder. That one is a mirror of. So that's just a straight mirror of somebody else's video. I looked at that one yesterday because
What a red screes.
Red Scree is part of the Lake District. It's an entire area. Red Scree is
Right.
is a
I'm with you.
particular. It's not a peak; it's a plateau, but it's a part of a chain of hills in the Lake District.
Yeah.
It's just north of Windermere.
Thank God, a flat says, too much sound, turn it off.
yeah, I can fix that.
But your favourite person's coming on in a minute.
Who else have we got?
That F-Beard. What was that? I seen Quiplash.
I haven't got enough sub. I'm not sub to enough dirt.
You don't need to be.
I don't
No.
sub to any dirt.
Yeah,
I
don't
refuse
sub
to
any
sub
dirt.
Nope.
to.
Me either.
Well, unless I've subbed them, I don't know what's out there. I'm obviously
just
not going to do Jose's if that chemo was on it. I'm not going to use that as dirt because that's.
Oh yeah, oh
just-
yeah. You no, trust me, mate. You don't want to listen to that. That was painful. That was very painful.
Has Miss Claudia not put any dirt out lately then?
Don't know.
I've not seen anybody respond to us. I don't know.
Loudia.
Claudia, yeah.
Cloudy.
Claudia, yeah.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yeah, looks like we'll just use that one then by the look of
Yeah.
it. I can't
Cloudy
see
with a
anyone
bit of
else.
They did
fog in
laugh.
between.
I did laugh this morning.
Yeah, I can't see anyone else to worry about.
Like, Lord, need to know what in Narwin you've got. Narwin. Arwin.
So
And just before,
we won't use that
Shout
one
out.
then. We'll use that one.
shout out to Brainery for that link you sent me last night, mate. That was fascinating. The Russian Antarctic tracked vehicle things. That was brilliant.
Haven't you
Micro
seen this
Crapper
one
wants to
before?
know who's Claudia.
Claudia Albert.
Albert.
Albers. Yeah.
Absolute bloody fruitcake.
Yeah. Once there used to be a really clever person, has now gone down the rabbit hole.
Yep.
Derpy, derpy, derp.
Talk about going off the rails.
Yeah. She
Well,
thinks.
she does
um,
use her own citations as evidence.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, of course she does. Because who else is she going to use?
When someone tells me that the jet engine on a Boeing 747 is an anti-gravity machine, I know not to listen to them anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the service says,
Yeah.
Has
She's
she got any
several
brains?
sandwiches short of a picnic. Is that one?
has she got any sandwiches?
No, they're all gone. Oh dear.
They've got stale.
You don't need to toast it, it's that hard.
Right, I suppose if we're going to do this, we ought to. It's like tearing a bit of
Yeah,
tape
those
off.
blaster off.
I thought he's done it before. No? It was a new version.
So
Well,
bloody
this only came out.
Oh no, not
This only
him.
came out
This
today.
came out this morning.
Oh,
Yeah, this came out today.
That's only a newbie. Got any comments?
You could have warned me that you're going to play this idiot.
I tell you now, there won't be any comments from me.
The Cloberth is Santa Claus for adults. Paid Master Shield.
No. I hope it's not going to have music. That's all we need. So this is just music.
No, he does start talking.
Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
That's
There we
Stuart's
go.
wind
By
flow.
leaving the frame of reference and experiencing apparent drift. You have to leave the frame of reference and you have to perceive apparent drift from the rotating reference frame. So we've got Earth on screen and
That music in the background is a bit.
You don't ever leave a frame of reference.
Reference. No.
Reference frames are infinite in size. You are always in a reference frame. You cannot leave a reference frame.
Riley can. He's not in any reference to the world.
to the top here we can see that on
Oh, I don't have to listen to him.
No. That's much better.
But you
He
can't
has
hear
got
the
the
derp.
normal voice.
No, if you didn't have that music playing in the background.
Well, you just think of it like this, Terry. if it was going to get you for the music, he would have been got for the music.
Yeah, it's probably copyright free.
Yeah.
Rotating 15 degrees every hour, it would move to you
Thanks, Bob.
in 6 hours. That's what would have to happen. Because if it didn't, then the Earth isn't turning. That's the requirement. There has to be apparent drift. There has to be apparent drift. So what should happen see, I've been arguing this from an east to west, and some people are saying, oh, it doesn't apply when it's east to west, it's only north to south. I thought, okay, let's apply it north to south and see what happens. So I realised that prime meridian goes through Greenwich, and it's basically London. And I know that a flight to Gran Canaria takes around about 6 hours. It's not far off south. But let's just say it's about 5 hours 50 or whatever, 5 hours.
It's not far off south.
Right? So let's just say that it was a little bit further south you needed to get to. So instead of Canary Islands, you had to get to this line here, this 10-degree marker here, right? So to get to America, you would have to travel south, and then because of apparent drift, the Earth would rotate underneath the plane, and in 6 hours, the 15 degrees of rotation, that would then come into your path. So 6 hours after flying south, after taking off in England, you would end up in Texas.
That's so wrong, it's not even wrong.
Because you started off in your southerly direction and America came towards you.
If using that same logic, if the plane flew to the east, it'd never get there.
Yeah, but if you asked Riley, he'd probably think that you go straight across the Atlantic Ocean to get to America, when you don't. You actually fly over Greenland to get to America.
Probably good job I am blocked from this channel, because the comments I would leave.
That would be the perception of apparent drift. But obviously, when you travel south, 6 hours' time, you end up in Africa. You do not end up in America.
Of course you do.
The requirements for Coriolis is leaving the frame of reference, which planes do.
No.
No. Why can't any of these idiots understand Coriolis? It's not that
because they don't understand mathematics or physics.
Well, there is that too. Oh, Jesus, what? Is it too early to start drinking?
No, never too early.
No,
farmers, I might have to go and make a black coffee and supplement it with a lot of Tia Maria.
I've got my Johnny Walker double black on hand.
Yeah, but it's only 11:15 in the morning here. And I'm thinking, is it too early?
And if there was an observer on the ground, it would appear to be a curved trajectory, which basically means that you would have a line. The flight path would be doing this, and as it got over here, the travel south would be this. It would be a curved trajectory.
No,
and we don't
Bloody
know.
Nora.
I told you. He seems to think they fly across the Atlantic. They don't.
The Earth is only rotating at 15 degrees per hour, but the Earth is rotating at 15 degrees per hour. The atmosphere is also doing that, and we, being in that same frame of reference, are doing 15 degrees per hour as well. Whether you're on the ground or at 35,000 feet in the jet airliner, you're still doing 15 degrees per hour.
But the thing is, he doesn't understand that the flight from England to America doesn't go across the Atlantic. It goes over the top of Greenland and comes down. It's a short distance.
And what he's also forgetting is Coriolis forces don't really apply when you're flying something that you're controlling.
No, they're not that significant.
No, that's why you tend to worry about long ballistic flights of missiles, artillery, and things like that, because once you've fired it, it's out of your control. You can't do anything about it. But a plane, a helicopter, anything like that, you're controlling it. You can make adjustments. So Coriolis doesn't. The only thing you've got to worry about when you're doing anything like this is the jet stream, and that's something totally different.
Yeah.
God, I know this guy's thick, but good grief.
So if you're going to argue that east and west flights don't show Coriolis because blah blah blah, then okay, let's convert it and demonstrate it with north to south flights. If the Earth is supposed to be rotating, we should be able to travel south and get an apparent deflection of Earth rotation, and in 6 hours' time, you should end up in Lake Pontchartrain, But if you travel south for 6 hours,
6
you
hours.
don't end up in America. You end up
6
somewhere
hours?
in
I
North
wish it
Africa. It
only
doesn't
took
really matter
6
where, but
hours.
you're going to be
It's
around
9 hours
about
in
here
Florida.
somewhere because they've done it, right? Which
They've
means
done
that
it.
you're not appearing to
Stratcom,
deflect
don't
when you
forget.
travel when planes are traveling south. There
No,
is
it's
no
because they're
apparent
steering
deflection.
the plane.
There needs to be an
Right.
apparent deflection.
Duh.
Otherwise, Earth is not turning. It's that simple. Oh, and by way of footnote, again, for you dumbasses that think that the conservation of momentum point explains this, demonstrate it both ways. Show us the outgoing journey and the return, and use conservation of momentum to prove that it's true. Because when you do it with conservation of momentum, it doesn't work. It only works
So
one
if
way.
he drives down a motorway in his car, does he not turn the steering wheel to go around the corner? Or does he just carry on going straight? Duh.
Just wait for the Earth to rotate underneath.
Yeah.
and get to
Yeah.
where it wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All roads are straight. Ain't
I
no
only
curves
watched
in
the
them
first
whatsoever.
minute or so of this video this morning, and even then I thought, oh, bollocks of this. I'm not watching anymore because it's nonsense. Now I've seen the whole thing. Oh,
God help Riley when he goes on a train and the train goes around the corner. He has to run left or right to keep up with the train going around the corner.
Yeah, do you get cheaper fares if you go around all the left-hand corners and sit on the left-hand side because you travel the less distance?
Yeah.
that was just. Oh. So
Yeah.
if we want to go to the States, we need to take off and head due south and let the rotation of the Earth beneath us.
Or just get in a helicopter and let the wind take us.
Because we're leaving that reference frame. Don't quite know how. But somehow magically, although we're heading south, we'll actually fly west.
Well, you can
Just
get to Tennessee and everything in 6 hours, apparently. Lake Pontchartrain, Memphis. 6
Yeah.
hours. Cool.
Yeah. Funny that, because when we come over here from the States, it took us 9 hours.
Yep.
Somehow it's slightly more difficult than then just somebody going, make it so.
Yeah.
I think it was
No.
like 12 hours to
Make it
Atlanta.
so, it's physically impossible. No. Make it so, number one. No.
Floppy doesn't have a driving license.
Yeah, can he change the laws of physics?
I would hope he does have a driving license. So he's a taxi
Cool.
driver.
Oh, that's what Cubatech says in the side chat. Sloppy doesn't have a driving license. Yeah, probably true. He probably doesn't.
No, he doesn't have the right driving license for the taxi company he was.
Oh, for the buses, no, he hasn't got a
No.
PSV.
That's why he lost in court.
Yeah.
That's why he got nicked in the first place. And then he lost in court. He went to appeal, tried to prove that he was cleverer than the judge, failed abysmally, lost his appeal.
It was
Didn't he,
something
didn't
about
he claim that he was transporting his phone because his phone was for
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, work equipment.
Yes. Apparently, as a director of the company, he was exempt from needing the correct certificate that you required to move people around in a minibus. Because as a director, he was transporting company equipment. Company equipment was his diary. The diary was an electronic diary that was part of his mobile phone. And the judge went, "You can foxtrot Oscar." Basically, it doesn't work like that. You're not. And then he tried to weasel out and said neither him or his girlfriend had got the correct license because they would have had to save money. They both had to attend the course at the same time, and they couldn't because if they were both inside attending the course, then they couldn't answer the phone to take bookings. I mean, he tried every excuse under the sun to weasel out of it, and Judge Beach, life's a beach, said,
Yeah.
"You can go away."
Oh, yeah, you can argue all you like. If you haven't got the license, you're still going to get done.
Correct.
It don't matter what excuse you come up with. They're like Formula One racing drivers when they get caught doing over 100 miles an hour.
And I quote, Mr. Riley then began by stating that as somebody who had a law degree and a postgraduate diploma in legal practice, he understood the law and how the judiciary interpret the law. And our survey said, here we go. The Deputy Traffic Commissioner did not consider that a phone was equipment that was necessary for the directors to fulfill their functions, particularly in relation to the phones having access to an electronic diary.
It's just
And Riley's response to all this a short while ago was, the spirit of the law is simply another way of saying the judge is being a dick. He knows he's being a dick and is admitting he's being a dick. That was how I was convicted. The judge changed the meaning of words to convict me.
Oh, okay.
If she adhered to the meaning of the words, I was within the law at all times. She just didn't like it. That's why I'm so anal over the words. The judges can change the meanings of words, but you spastics cannot.
oh, so he just used the phrase he shouldn't be using, and then concludes that he's not using the wrong words. What an idiot!
I mean, he was completely in the wrong, and he just will not accept it.
Of course he's
And
in the
foul
wrong.
mouths to the judge and everything. I mean, you need the right license to drive a minibus full of paying
Yeah.
passengers. He hadn't got it. End of story.
Yes,
It's like being caught. You're just driving your car and the police pull you over. Where's your license? Oh, I haven't got one. Right, you're nicked.
a traffic
Simple
I
commission.
don't
as
think
that.
it was a license. It was a certificate of competency or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there's a particular course that you have to go on and pass so that you are
PSV.
legally allowed to drive paying passengers. There we
You-
go. That's the one.
You need a PSV, a public service vehicle. It's classed as. You need a PSV license to drive anything of a 8-seater, and you're taking people for money.
I'm glad to see I'm not the only one who's got that kept as a shortcut. I've got that filed away somewhere.
Yeah.
Wish travel. Yeah, I
Look at
bet
the
they're
number,
wishing
the number
they could.
plate. Snob.
Yeah. Snob EA. Is it EA?
Giant.
E.
I don't know.
Oh.
EIL or something.
Ah, so he's actually moved the letters across. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
SNOH. No, mine's just
He's done it
mine's
as
just
a V. look.
SE03,
Yeah.
but it just looks like a snob.
He's an idiot.
Oh, here's a relevant quote of his. Gravity is not a force, and Coriolis only applies to a rotating reference frame, and therefore not to Earth. That is why there is no apparent deflection.
That's me buttering my head.
Yeah, they just can't get the concept of what a reference frame is.
No.
They think that a reference frame is like an object that you can either be on it or off it.
Yeah.
It's just not the way reference frames work.
Yeah, you need an operator's license as well.
Yeah.
I love
Some more
the
dirt for us,
comments.
Terry? Or is that it?
Or are you muted?
Huh?
Is Terry muted?
Am I muted?
There
Yeah.
you
Have you got another short dirt for us, Terry, or is that it?
No, I missed that whole thing. What I was saying again. Okay. Unless anyone else knows of anything in the peanuts, or anyone here, if anyone that's brought anything out that's ridiculous within the last week or the last few days.
go.
It can even be a debate of a flurfer, even, and we can take an excerpt out of anyone that's done any debates with anyone.
Well, I hate to say it, and I really hate to bring up this name again, but AB Science did have a little one-on-one with oh God, I can't even believe I'm going to say this.
Chemo.
Chemo.
I'll flip for you.
Not really.
No, okay then.
Not really, because we know what chemo's like. He's got his same narrative, his same behaviour. He's got no.
Well, to be
Nothing
honest,
new.
though, most of the stuff that's come out in the last few days is bloody Riley. He's done no end of videos in the last 4 or 5 days. He's put out quite a few, but they're all of the same milk. It's just him being dumb.
Yeah. He's making another run for DFOTY.
He wants to get the. I swear they're going to do DFOT decade. I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah.
And don't forget our
'Cause
equivalent,
it's-
the Fair Dinkum Drongo Award.
Yeah.
Dora?
Hey, no worries, Dora. This wasn't going to happen, so you're not late.
Yeah, Roger says left.
You're early.
They just say, no,
Uh-uh.
no.
Nuh-uh.
Well, if you've got nothing else, Terry, or if you wanted to look for something else, I've got something to fill in a little bit of time if you want me to.
Yeah. Feel free to do what
right.
you want.
It's kind of like a quiz.
Within reason.
Yeah. It's kind of like a quiz, but it's got pictures.
Oh,
Ooh, can I play?
I like pictures. I like
Yeah.
pictures.
So you have to tell me what these are pictures of. Okay.
Oh, okay.
oh, they're not going to be these bloody weird close-ups, are they?
Oh, I hope not.
Some are.
I hate those. I can't do those.
Some will be
optical
easy.
illusions.
Some will be hard.
Okay.
Those
So-
optical illusions are crap to me.
All right. Okay. Have you got the screen up?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
So what is that? Anyone know?
It's a bloody mess. I know that much.
Pro art.
No. Pretty. There is a marble.
No, it's not. If you know a little bit about physics, here's a hint. If you know a little bit about physics and particle physics, you'd know what this is.
Dora says a mass spectrometer.
No, it's not a mass spectrometer, but it kind of works in a similar fashion.
Carl says from an atom splitter.
No.
X Penguin says the Higgs boson particle field result.
Mippet says Gallifreyan writing. Ah, Dr. Who.
Coriolis vectors, I like that one. I reckon that's excellent. No. It's a two-word answer, and the first word is cloud.
Right, that doesn't help.
Bubble chamber tracks. Yes, Hads has got it right. It's a cloud chamber. It's an image taken from a cloud chamber. What happens is they've got a supercooled liquid in there and a supersaturated gas solution in there. And as the particles go through, they ionize some of the atoms and they collect little gas bubbles and leave these trails. And by analysing the circumference and the whether they go left or right spirals, they can tell what kind of particles went through the cloud chamber. So there you go. That's something just a little bit interesting.
Well done, Hads.
Next one.
Ooh, yay.
Whoa, that's blurry on my eyes, that one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, it is kind of blurry. It's kind of blurry because it's been magnified
fine. Yeah.
25 million times.
Oh my goodness.
I know what it is.
Could be anything.
It's a picture of something that's been magnetized 25 million times.
Well done.
Diamond.
No, but very similar.
Does look like some sort of crystal lattice, doesn't it?
Yes, it is a crystal lattice. Does anyone know what kind of crystal
Carl
lattice?
saying carbon.
Is it quartz?
Not carbon atoms.
Quartz?
Silicon.
Carl then said
Yeah.
graphene.
Silicon.
Yep, it's silicon atoms.
Boomer says it's a triangle calculator.
What are the angles between those? Okay, next one.
Oh.
It looks like a carpet.
Yeah, I was going to say Granny straight.
It
from
does
the
look
lounge
like
room.
carpet, except it's not. It's not carpet.
Gin.
This one's only been magnified 800,000 times.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah,
Not even trying.
yeah, yeah. And it is part of the human body.
Skin then.
Skin.
No, not if it's
Not
magnified
skin.
that
No,
much,
it's not
no.
skin.
Not your fingernail.
No,
Eyeball.
no. You wouldn't be able to move without these. Drool. No, not drool, Dora.
A wheelchair.
No, it's a electron microscope image of skeletal muscle fibers.
Ah,
Okay, so these are the individual muscle fibers that contract.
wow.
Okay,
Very uniform, aren't they? Yeah.
Next one. Come on, everyone knows what this is.
Amoeba.
Surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, green
White
blob.
blood cells.
No.
Ah, are these alien blood cells? The
No.
green?
No.
All
they're
of
not. They're
Nathan
not. They're not blood cells from the Hulk.
No.
Microraptor says all of Nathan Thompson's brain cells.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
there's
good
too
answer.
And, and somebody else's as well.
Yeah. That's the whole flat
Not
Earth
bacteria.
brigade.
Now, on the
I
right
said-
track though, but they're not bacteria.
Ah,
Virus then. It's coronavirus.
They are viruses. Yes, these are viruses. A particularly common virus goes round every year.
The flu.
The
The
flu,
cold.
influenza
Influenza.
virus. Yes,
influenza.
these are influenza viruses.
Flat
All
Earth
right.
conference. Yeah.
Ooh.
I think
That
this is
A hair follicle.
no. It's not a hair follicle.
That is a sperm getting into an egg.
It is.
Is.
Well done.
Yay.
This is
Well
the
done.
moment of fertilization of an ovum with a sperm.
I remember that part.
That's some memory.
Has anyone seen the film? Was it Things You Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask? Do
Yes.
you remember the scene when the
Yeah.
sperms are like paratroopers waiting to
Yeah.
jump out? And then he says, "What if he's masturbating? We're going to end up on the ceiling." Oh,
Yeah.
dear, what a classic film that was.
Yeah.
Crap.
And in the case of Riley, that was the one that won.
Yeah, bastard.
Okay.
like-
This,
Stacks of salmon.
It's like tuna fish, I think.
that's not spam. It's not salmon. No.
No.
This is I'll be very surprised if anyone gets this. Again, it's another part of the human body, and you'll find it on your head,
Oh, hair.
in your head,
Ooh.
as part of your eyes.
The optic nerve.
No, not the optic nerve.
Pupil. Or the
Is
bit
it a
that goes
rod or
around
a
the
cone
pupil.
then?
What's the bit that goes around the pupil?
The iris.
The iris.
No, it's not the iris. No. Keep thinking of other parts of the human eye.
Retina,
It's a very critical part.
Rod, cone, retina.
No, not the rods, not the cones.
lens. Can't be. It's
It
too
is.
opaque. That's
It's the lens. Well done, Farmer's Boy. Yeah.
Bloody
This
hell.
is the individual cells of the lens of the human eye,
Good grief.
magnified quite a lot of times.
Huh.
Yeah. The way they fit together like that. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't
So
look like
you
it would let light through it.
I know it doesn't, does it? But it is.
It looks completely
It is
opaque.
transparent.
Well, basically,
Don't forget that these
your lens-
electron microscope images are done with false colour too.
Oh,
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
next one.
Oh. That looks like some kind of crystal.
It
Oh,
is.
I know.
It's some kind of crystal.
Is it salt?
Not salt. No. You'd have to be in a very cold place to see these crystals.
Oxygen.
Not oxygen crystals. No.
Nitrogen.
You would find them on Mars, probably.
carbon dioxide.
Yes, these are
Ooh.
carbon dioxide crystals.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huh.
so-
There's strangely enough, there's lots of frozen carbon dioxide on Mars because that's what most of the atmosphere is.
Most of the atmosphere is made of.
Carbon
Yeah,
dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, yeah.
that's correct.
And that's really-
Okay. What's this?
that's the
That's
new
not-
world football.
No.
It's the lighter version. Ooh, that looks
This
like a
little
virus.
blighter is responsible for making people go
Sneeze.
a lot.
Allergy.
Pepper.
Pollen.
Pollen.
Yes, this is pollen. This is a grain of pollen from a knotwood plant.
I wonder it
Yeah.
makes you sneeze. Look at that.
Yeah. Ah, this one.
Shark
This
skin.
is intriguing. This one.
Shark skin.
No, not shark skin.
Snake skin.
No, it's not skin. It is part of an animal.
Would that
And
be
I'll
a
give you a
cat's
hint.
tongue?
No, it's not a cat's
Penguin tongue.
No, don't go there.
Where's Tony? Look.
Oh,
I'll give you a hint. It's part of snail.
Part of a snail.
Yep. But what part of the snail?
its mouth.
Snail.
It's part of
shell.
its mouth, yes.
Oh.
Snail's
Not
teeth.
scales. Snail's teeth, yes.
Oh,
These are snail's teeth.
What they used to rasp the plants, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Slug's teeth.
look at
All
God.
right. You should know what this one. This is an easy one.
Tomatoes.
Not tomatoes. Have a look carefully at the shapes.
No
Red blood
tomatoes.
cells.
Yep, there are red blood cells, but what is this actually? So there's red blood cells there, but what are the other things?
I was going to say hemoglobin. No, it's that.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's happening to these red blood cells? Where would you find these red blood cells? Ah, Carl Edwards has it correct. It's a
Ah.
clot. It's a blood clot. So
Um,
the yellow things are the fibrils, the fibers that form the clot and trap the red blood cells and keep them in.
Well done, Carl.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
That looks like someone that breathes.
Huh?
That looks like something that breathes. No.
It kind of is in amongst the airway, but it's not part of the airway. Air goes over these things whenever you breathe in and out.
Your
Nostrils.
taste buds.
Not really bone, Carl.
Taste buds.
is that
Not
the
taste
sort of
buds, no.
the surface of the inside of your lungs?
No, it's not. It's not
Um,
lung tissue. You're right, Roger Rabbit. It's part of teeth. It's a particular part of the teeth, though. It's not
Oh.
the enamel. It's the dentine of the teeth,
Yeah.
the bit that's just underneath the enamel. And all the little holes
Those, yeah.
are where the dentine comes through and the nerves come through and the blood vessels come through.
That's right.
And that's the sensitive part of your tooth.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, this.
Ew.
What is this horrible looking thing?
Is that a cat's tongue? No.
You're on the right track.
Human tongue.
Yeah, it's the surface of a human tongue.
Ugh.
And they're all
She-
the taste buds on
She
the
ain't going
surface of
down
the
on me
human
no
tongue.
more.
Trust you.
I wonder why it hurts so much.
Yeah. What is this?
They look like dahlias,
Mhm.
but I think they're crystals forming of some form.
They are crystals. And you would find these. Terry would probably have some of these in his kitchen.
Sugar.
No. Every time he makes his coffee, he
Sugar.
probably, or every time he refills his kettle, these crystals would probably be in his kettle.
limescale.
Yeah.
Limescale,
Yeah.
yeah. These are crystals of limescale on the inside of a kettle.
For when you drain the dregs out of your cup of tea and go, oh, that's crunchy.
You know it's time to clean your kettle with
We
vinegar.
don't, thankfully, we don't get that up here.
No, I don't get that here either. The water's so soft.
Okay. What is this?
Looks like all my computer cables after I tidied up.
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot the name.
Or a close up of dreadlocks? No. No. I'll give you a hint.
My seam
Oh,
chicken.
egg.
Yeah. It's an eggshell. It's the structure of eggshell.
Wow.
Okay. So eggshells, despite what you think, aren't completely solid.
No.
Oh, no, they're porous.
They are very
Yeah.
porous. They let air through, but not water. Very clever.
We're on the same track, Carl Edwards. I
Yep.
see, yeah.
Oh.
What is this?
Oh.
Is that
No idea?
down to your nose? Is all the
No,
hairs out your nose? No,
no, it's not hairs in your nose.
in your lungs.
You've got a very hairy nose, man. If that's your nose. Carl Edwards has it correct. It's the eye of a bee. It's
Wow.
a bee's eye. Yes. Well done. Okay. What
just-
is this?
I was going to say glory hole, but that wouldn't be appropriate. That looks like a really intense fire in the middle of a volcano or something.
It's kind of muscly.
Hmm.
Semicircular canal.
No, it's not a semicircular canal. It's not a sweat gland. You're on the right track, though, Carl. In the right area.
Maybe it says
You
rectum.
just-
I just had to get that out there. Maybe
Right.
it says asshole.
It's part of the skin, but it's not. Yes,
Hair
Rainery. You're correct. It's a hair follicle. Okay. Well done.
Hmm.
That's where the hair grows out from.
Oh.
Ah, what's this?
I'm just going
Um,
to say skin.
No, it's not skin. You won't find this in the animal kingdom.
Okay.
It's a bit of
eyelash.
No, it's not
Won't
an
find
eyelash.
it in the animal kingdom.
I think you need to revisit
Plant.
your definition of animals.
Yeah.
A tree.
Part of a tree, yeah,
Bark.
or plant. It's not the
A
bark.
leaf. No, a leaf then.
Root.
No. Yes, it's part of the root.
Yeah.
It's the little tiny hairs that are on the actual root. These are the tiny hairs that actually absorb the water. You can see the hollowness of them, and it's the capillary action that sucks the water up through those little capillaries and into the main structure of the root to be transported up into the tree. So that's
Cool.
how tree roots absorb water.
Ah, do they suck water up or do they blow water up?
No, they suck.
That looks like
Brownies.
Brownies.
Greek
In
spinal.
brownies.
Yes, I've always
This one is, who said, did you say skin, Pip?
No, I said it looks like spanakopita, the Greek
Ah,
British pie.
it is, it's skin. Brainery's right. It
Oh.
is skin. This is what your skin looks like close up. Ugh.
Goodness, it looks like brownies.
Oh,
Now, someone mentioned this one before, but was
shark
wrong.
skin.
Shark skin. This is actually shark skin. Yeah. Right. It's the scales on the shark skin. Okay. Everyone knows what this is, don't they?
That's a
Oh,
rock.
don't be such
No.
a snowflake.
That's a train.
Yes, exactly.
That's Riley.
Yeah.
That's Chris Berry.
Yeah.
That's Travis. That's
Lemon bird.
That's it. Remember.
they're all snowflakes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
I've
this-
seen this before. I can't bloody remember what it is. Actually, no, it looks like sperm again, but it's not.
No.
Dead sperm. One that didn't
Is
make
that
it.
insect related?
No, you'll find this on humans too.
Oh.
And again, you'll find it in the vicinity of the eye.
An eyelash.
Eyelashes. Yes.
Oh.
That's what eyelashes look like.
God, no wonder women comb them so often.
Ooh.
Hmm.
That
What's
looks
this?
cool.
Spider's
I know.
foot.
Looks
No,
like
it's not a
coral.
spider's foot.
Fly then.
Not a fly. No.
Mosquito.
You're on the right track, though. It is a foot, but not an insect.
Oh. Chicken.
These little creatures are renowned for running up walls and trees and all sorts of surfaces. and they're about the largest creature that could possibly hang on to a ceiling. Any larger and they'd fall off. But
Gecko?
these little
Gecko type. thing.
gecko, yeah, this is gecko's feet. This is what gecko's feet look like. That's why they can hang on to walls,
Yeah.
because they've got all those little hairy bits that can interact with the wall surface.
Yeah, but anything heavier couldn't do it, could they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Everyone knows what this one is. This is an easy one.
It's
No, it's too-
Brundlefly.
It's Brundle.
Yeah. It's a common house fly.
Right.
That's what they look like. So
That, just before
pretty-
it gets
yeah.
molecularly merged with
See,
Brundle.
even in the insect world, look, they even comb the hair over the forehead, look, so that looks like they've got lots of hair.
It's Arwen.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is an easy one too.
And this one got shaved.
That's a mozzie.
I don't
That's a
know.
mozzie.
That's a
It's a
mozzie. 'cause
mozzie.
It's,
Mozzie
it's,
biting
it's,
you.
it's drinking
Right,
deep of
somebody.
the well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just before somebody's going to go. "You little
Swallow
bugger."
it.
Okay. What's this?
Oh,
Seeds.
seed, yeah.
Seeds
Yeah.
from a.
Fungus spore.
No, not fungus.
No, it's from a
Any
tree.
idea what kind of seeds they are from?
Dandelion, are they?
Bloody annoying one.
Not dandelion. No.
The ones that catch the air.
If you find one with 4 leaves, you're very lucky.
Oh, clover.
Yeah, these are clover seeds.
Seeds.
Okay. Clover seeds.
Hey, 2 more packages.
This is an easy one too.
What's this one?
Is it?
A shell?
No, it's not a shell.
Ah.
I don't know.
Bark.
You could give the proper scientific name for it, or you could give the layman's term for it. They've actually got an electronic device that can replace this now, which you would implant into you to replace this particular object's function.
Oh, something to do with your heart.
No.
Eardrum.
Fred Bailey's got it correct, but not the right spelling,
Ah.
otherwise known as the inner ear, the cochlea.
Oh, yeah,
The inner
sorry.
ear, the little spiral things. Inside that little spiral, are very fine hair-like structures,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
filled with the fluid. And as the sound progresses along that spiral, it wobbles the little hairs, and that stimulates nerves that send a message to your brain.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Looks like me playing with
It's like
Beetlejuice
fish eggs.
in Sandbox.
They are fish eggs. They are trout eggs.
Hmm.
Right? It's a cluster of trout eggs.
I was wrong then. It is-
Now we're on to a little bit bigger scale now.
Oh.
Anyone know what this is?
Volcano.
That's
It is a volcano.
But
Do you
which
know
one?
which volcano it is?
Mount
Mount
Helena.
Vesuvius.
This is, what's that?
Mount
Mount
Vesuvius.
Helena.
It is Vesuvius, Terry. Well done.
papers on the
This
back.
is an image taken in infrared, and it's not that the red bits are hot. The red bits are where you'll find vegetation, and the bluish bits are where there's no vegetation, i.e. the city or the bare rock.
Mm.
And so you can see how fertile the soil is around the volcanoes, on the lower slopes of the volcano there. And being Vesuvius, Naples is around about in that
Yeah.
area there. And God help Naples when Vesuvius does a Plinian eruption again. Hey?
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. What is this?
Cyclone.
That is hurricane.
Well, it could be a hurricane, a cyclone, a typhoon. Which one do you
storm.
think it is?
Hurricane.
It's a hurricane. Did you know which one?
Oh, God, no. A big one.
Okay, I'll give you the year. It was 1998.
The one that hit
the one-
hit
Memphis and whatnot. Can't remember what her name was.
It's the 25th of August, 1998.
Was it Katrina?
That's
No, it starts with a B.
Katrina was late. Was it later?
Bugger.
Can't remember.
It's one element of a very famous gangster pair.
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Bonnie, yes, this is Cyclone Bonnie.
Never heard of it. Don't remember that at all.
Did that hold a lot of people up?
That is
Okay.
Suez Canal.
It is the
Yes.
Suez Canal. Well done.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Everyone knows what this is, surely.
Fake. It's fake.
It's a
CGI.
wall.
It's
Yes.
fake. It's not real.
CGI.
CGI. If you look closely, you can see the penguins with guns.
where?
Yeah.
What, at that scale, do you realise just how big that lump of land and ice is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is very
That,
big.
that's
Yeah.
ooge. That's lots of O's with a J on the end.
Yep, well done, Carl. It's Antarctica. Yep.
Okay. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
if they're having all these
So-
soldiers around the ice wall, right, and they stood like, say, 10 foot apart, that's an awful lot of people around the outside of the Earth, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody
would
did
be.
a calculation to work out if there was an ice wall and there were soldiers and there were boats running patrols. I think if you combined all the navies of the world, that still wouldn't be enough to guard the ice wall.
When did
The
they
extent
start?
that they think it is. I mean, it's ludicrous. The whole thing's ludicrous.
Oh, it is, of course. All right. What
Oh,
is this?
Aurea Borealis. Yeah.
Which
Or
Aurora?
it could be
No,
Aurelia
it's not the
Australis.
Aurora Borealis.
It could be
Australis.
the Australis.
Aurora Australis, yes.
Ah,
Well done. Okay.
I should have known. Hang on. That's not right. That's on the top. It's not on the bottom. Look.
Everyone knows what this image is, surely.
Marble.
The moon.
Yeah. Which
Well,
one,
it's
though?
it's the adjusted, isn't it? The adjusted
one?
blue mark.
No,
Oh no, that's not the original one, is it?
it's not the original one.
It's not this 1972 one.
It's
1968.
It's the Apollo 17 one.
Oh, 17.
No, it's upside down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
The Apollo 17 blue marble had Antarctica at the top.
the arse end of the moon.
The arse end of the moon.
The
What do you
wrong
mean
side.
the far side?
The
The dark
far
side.
side of the
The
moon.
dark
It is
side
the
of the
far
moon.
side of the moon. Yeah.
There's no dark side of the moon. Matter of fact, it's all
It's all
dark.
It's all
dark.
dark.
Yeah, the far side looks better than the near side
No.
Yeah, you notice there's a lot more craters there, Terry. Why do you think that would be?
because it
Yeah.
the moon basically shielded us from all the meteors that did come through.
Well, not all of them, but
Or
No.
some of them,
yeah.
China's on
Most
that
of them tend to
side.
come from that direction, don't they?
Yeah.
China's
that's right.
on that side, and I reckon
Yes,
that's
China's got a lander and a rover on there somewhere. I can't
No,
remember where though.
Yeah, China done all of this. They've been mining on here for years and years and years without telling us.
that's where they've been testing their bombs, have they?
Exactly. Yeah. That's Neowise.
Neowise.
It's not Neowise.
Bugger.
Okay, it's Halley's then.
It is Halley's. Halley's Comet. Yeah, that's right. Won't be seeing that again. At least I
I
don't
never
think I'll
saw it
see
the
it
last
again.
time either. I never see bloody comets.
Yeah, it didn't look
Yeah.
like that one.
I did see
saw
it last
Halley's.
time.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
in
I saw
Athens
it.
at the time and never saw it.
I remember. What was the other biggie? Was it Hale Bop?
Yeah, I remember that. I did see that.
That hung in the sky for bloody ages.
Yeah.
Speaking of Farmer's Boy,
Hale Bop.
Hale Bob. This is Comet Hale Bob.
I remember
You-
being down the pub one night and I was talking about this comet and somebody said, "What comet? I've never seen it." I said, "Come with me." And we stepped out of the pub. We went across the pub car park to clear the trees. I said, "That." Pointed to it in the night sky. That you've never seen that? Oh, I've never really looked up.
Oh my god!
I do remember seeing that one, yeah.
Well, you couldn't bloody
Yeah.
miss it.
You
And
can't,
can see-
can you?
You can see the distinct two tails
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
That's cool.
The sun?
Not the sun.
That's Mercury, isn't it?
Not Mercury.
Uh,
Jupiter.
Io.
Jupiter.
Not Io. Not Jupiter.
Venus.
It is Venus, yes. It is Venus done with radar. Okay. So this is radar measurements of Venus. So they constructed this map of Venus using radar in some of the first Magellan missions.
Do you reckon that was blushing?
That looks like Olympus Mons.
Yeah.
It is. This is Olympus Mons.
That is the
Does anyone
largest.
know how big it
in the
is?
solar system.
Mhm.
It's. I can't remember the exact dimensions.
Huge.
But this really is huge.
It
Huge.
is very huge.
Yes.
It is 27 kilometers tall.
My God.
Yes.
The crater at the center is 80 kilometers wide. And the whole volcano width, the whole thing, is around about I think it's about 620 kilometers wide.
It's the biggest one in the solar
That's-
system, isn't
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's huge.
But a lot of the
Yeah.
Martian geography and geology is just on a massive scale.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Even the
massive
canyons.
scale. Yeah, the
Yeah.
canyons are miles deep.
yeah. Right. Come on, Terry. You should know this one.
I should.
You should. Yes.
I hate it when people
Because-
say, "Come on, you
because
should
only-
know this."
Because
The
only we can see it from here.
Yeah, it's the sky.
Yes, that's
Well
right.
done.
The Milky Way.
It's the Milky Way as seen from the southern hemisphere.
Upside down.
So you guys don't get the view of that from the
Not
north.
that good.
No.
Not good.
Yeah,
we
we only
slowly-
get that from here. And of course, this is
Hey,
easy one.
Star Trail.
Southern
Star
Star.
Trails,
Yeah.
not southern.
Not
No.
southern.
This is the
northern.
North Celestial Pole.
Did anyone see Wade's Underworld's video the other day? He put up.
No. What did Wade do?
He put up like star trails and the large and small Magellanic Cloud galaxies. Absolutely amazing. It's not very long. You should watch it.
Okay.
It's in the list.
Oh, look.
Horsehead.
Pillars
Nebula.
of Life.
Nebula. No,
Pillars
Yes.
of Life.
yeah,
The
Horsehead.
Horsehead Nebula.
Yeah.
I wonder why they called it
Mm.
that.
Don't know.
Funny.
Hmm.
I see a duck.
Gorgeous, isn't it? I flocked in a bit.
There they are.
Yep.
Pillars of Creation.
Yeah.
What?
Pillars of
Pillars
Life.
of Creation.
Always thought it was Pillars of Life, but yeah, creation.
Does anyone know what nebula these are in?
Oh God. It's going. Is it the Crab Nebula?
I can't remember. I just can't remember what it is.
Oh, that's terrible.
Named after a bird.
Eagle.
Sheila,
The Eagle Nebula. Yeah.
not Sheila then.
No.
No, not Sheila.
Oh, it's a bird's
No.
name, isn't it?
Yeah.
She was down the pub at the time.
I remember this.
Oh.
I remember this happening.
It looks vaguely familiar, but I can't place it.
I was going to say the. Oh God. Oh. Going.
This happened in 1987.
It's gone. It's not what I was thinking.
I might
Lots
get
of things happened in 1987.
But
I passed
you
my
just can't
driving
remember
test.
them, hey?
No, I passed my car driving test. Yeah, the motorbike didn't happen until January '88. That's right.
No, it's not a nuclear bomb, John Rapp.
You should know what that is.
In fact, this was the first one to happen in 1987, so they called it 1987A.
Oh, it's
Nebula. No.
no, when a star blows up,
Yeah.
Ah.
Supernova.
supernova.
That's correct, supernova. And these are the light echoes of the expansion rings.
But is
of
it a champagne
supernova
supernova?
1987?
Champagne supernova. By the amount of bubbles around it, I would say so, farmers.
Baby, what do you want to know? Ah,
Aliens.
Galaxies. Loads of them.
Yeah,
Lots of-
which ones?
Them ones.
This would be a cluster of galaxies, but which cluster? Anyone know?
Them ones.
No.
I don't know.
I'm familiar with one cluster, but it's not that.
I don't know. Don't want that one. Pleiades.
Stars about galaxies.
Yeah.
Starts with V. It's known as the cluster.
They're very far away from us, cluster.
No, think of star signs.
Virgo.
Virgo. Yeah, it's the Virgo cluster.
Oh, never heard of them.
Morse code.
Like we're part of that, are we not?
Morse code.
Almost at the end.
That's 5
Does
motorbikes
anyone know
coming
what
at you
this is?
from a display team.
That's what?
5 motorcyclists in a display team coming towards you.
In the rain. Watch out, the man in the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a Saturn V rocket underwater. No, it's
That's
not.
Going the wrong way.
Yeah.
No idea.
It's not a nuclear explosion.
Dora says reflection of the stars in the firmament with a P900 with a P900.
No, it's not
Yeah.
blurry enough for that.
Yeah. It's not shimmering.
That's a picture of the black swan, which what's his name? Travis took, isn't it?
That's not actually Polaris, is it?
No, it's not. This is
Because I know
This is-
Polaris
this
isn't
is
just
something
one
that-
star, is it?
this is something that confirms one of the effects of relativity.
Gravitational lensing.
Exactly. This is an image of gravitational lensing. So what you're seeing here is actually the same object being lensed by a galaxy that's in between that object and us.
Hang on, I picked myself up off the floor, please. I got that.
That's correct. Einstein rings. Yeah. And the last one.
That's a Hubble deep field thing.
Exactly. That is
That's
right.
just-
It's the Hubble Deep Field image, or part of the Hubble Deep Field image. It's not the whole Hubble Deep Field image, but yeah. So almost every one of those things is an entire galaxy. So that's just incredible.
That's
Mhm.
that's the size of a 5-pence piece, or your little
Wallpaper on my phone.
your little fingernail. If you hold your fingernail up to the sky, that's as much as it took.
Mhm.
And
There you
there's-
go. So that
Yeah.
was just something
That was
a
very
little bit
interesting,
different.
Paul.
Yeah,
Thank you very
that was
much.
cool, that.
Yeah.
There was
Have
not one,
photos,
clo-
please.
not one close up of a tank in there. I'm disappointed.
There's one just past that cluster. Didn't you see it? That was red.
Oh, that's a latest steel rim wheel off a late model Tiger 1, circa 1944.
Yeah.
No, fucker.
Yeah, Irish stew, Einstein's ring. It was a bit puckered, wasn't it?
Oh,
Always wonder why he walked with a limp. Never know why.
a limp what? A limp cravat.
Exactly.
Sink
Has
me.
anyone got the scientist of the day yet?
Don't think so. I've not seen any.
Oliver Langmuir.
To try and share this from Microraptor. Where is it?
Has he got 2 first names? Or what could be 2 first names? No?
Can you see that?
Yeah.
That
John
is
Rapp's got it right. It's
Delirium.
Oliver Lodge.
Lodge. That was it.
Oliver Lodge
I was close.
was his name. Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
He
his
missed
last
out
name.
a couple of times on very important discoveries. He discovered them, but He was just a
see
little
the
bit
bloke
late.
that went on a holiday.
he was the bloke that went on
Oh.
holidays, made a major discovery, went on holidays, came back, and somebody else had already announced it.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah. But that was the first time, and then he did it again another time too. Found out that
Oh.
someone else beat him to the prize.
Well, you see, you're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not repeat them.
Yeah.
Is PhD Tony the scientist of the day? No, his beard's not quite up to that.
He looks
Plus,
nothing
he hasn't
like
got his
Daniel Pratt.
yeah. When he puts his hoodie on, oh dear.
Perfect.
Oh, dear.
Well, welcome to my Discord, Microraptor. Thank you for that picture. That was Polaris seen from Sweden and Los Angeles, by the way, the pictures above. Show the difference in height.
Cool. Yes, of course, Polaris isn't dead center, is it? It's just a little way off. In fact, is it moving to the point where it is going to be dead center? I can't remember which way the procession's going.
I'll show them again.
I've got a funny feeling we haven't yet got to the point where Polaris will actually be at the center point of rotation.
It's moving away from it, isn't it?
I couldn't remember which way it was, whether it's moving towards it or away from it.
Yeah, moving away, I think. Because Polaris won't be our center star in a few years' time.
Well,
long
quite a
before
few
we.
years' time.
Yeah,
Couple of years or 1,000.
Yeah, couple. Yeah.
Terry's muted again. It's very quiet.
No, I'm not muted, am I?
He's very
Oh, yeah.
quiet today, isn't he?
He's having a thunk.
He's thunking, is he?
I
Thunking.
keep forgetting if I'm muted or not.
You're quite right. Great cover of a great tune. Irish Stew. Thank you.
I did have some derp which we missed on Wednesday too. If you want to have a look at that.
Yeah, you might as well squeeze it in because we don't know when we're going to stream again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Book titles. Eating
Half
people
of it.
is wrong.
I looked up a few of these to see if they were real to get stories from.
Yeah, you probably get some good ideas from these. And then we've got Mummy makes sure she tastes good.
Oh, that reminds me, I better put my thing up today. My ladybird story.
Oh, dear.
That's just weird.
It is, isn't it? How Mummy gets out of tickets.
Can't we come to some arrangement?
I've got my shorts on. I haven't seen a copper wear shorts.
Snow White gets hooked on drugs from a passing dealer.
It's going to space you out, bitch. Do you know what? That looks awful familiar, like Riley in that suit or whatever it is.
Do you know, I've got a small collection of books like this as well, actually.
It's Super Rats.
A super ants. I don't know.
What bird did that? A driver's guide to some common birds of North America.
Identify birds by the shit they leave behind.
Oh dear. Jenny gets crabs from Michael.
You gotta love the 70s, in you?
There's rafts of these on the internet if you look hard enough.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
millions of them.
Some
I
of them are brilliant.
I had to draw a line somewhere.
Yes.
Oh,
Timmy Constable.
I wonder why my girlfriend kept trying to get me into Ladybird books.
Oh, dear.
A practical Twitter guide. Jack off.
I like the line there from Trump. I don't usually read so much, but this book has not been the exception. Dear. Aha!
You've got that
That
pussy.
pussy.
That one before with the guy farting. I've never seen anyone fart green. He must have
No.
eaten something really bad the night before, mustn't he?
You know when you've eaten sprouts.
It looks like it's hurt. It looks like it's hurting too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not so much the smell of the fart as bad, it's
Yeah.
the fact that they've eaten some sprouts.
People I want to punch in the throat.
Competitive crafters drop off despots and other suburban scourges. Charlie chokes his chicken.
Oh, good grief. Introduction by Pee Wee Herman.
Oh dear.
Terry, I put a link in the chat from Elia.
Okay.
Jane's Guide to Dicks. And Tom's and Harry's.
Oh, she's been around all the family.
Oh, shout out to the Great Escape. Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Well, I was going to say she's been all around the royal family, isn't she?
I'll stick it in Discord as well. I'll make it easier for you.
Oh,
My
My boyfriend's nipple.
Intrigue. Or if you're a flirter, it's pronounced intriguer.
Oh, it's in it.
oh dear.
That's only 15 cents. Takabud.
Oh, that's the woman in my story.
Oh, yeah.
She get about them, Pip.
Oh, that's straight out the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Being daddy suicide.
Oh, excellent.
It's your roadkill.
Oh, I thought it's a roadkill. Yeah. How fresh is it?
What, been there all week, I reckon.
Polly paints a penis. Hey, no, hang on a minute. That's the right colour. The internet states that if you're going to draw a crudely drawn cock, a CDC, it has to be magenta. What she's left out is the 3 pubes per ball.
Oh.
There are rules to this sort of thing on the interwebs.
That's disgusting.
Oh, no.
Mummy, run the other one.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Romper room.
The romper room.
With masturbation techniques. Oh, dear.
I expect most people are too young to remember that. The romper room.
Never ever said my name.
Around.
The Perenston Bears.
Get kicked in the
Get
dick.
kicked in the dick.
Oh, mate. Oh, dear. That'll teach James not to argue with Mother. She can fight really hard.
I hope they weren't green ones.
I like the way the birds go, fuck!
Yeah.
Voice goes.
Hey, some guy just stole my pants.
I'll try this.
How to keep
Keep your
your
tractors
tractors.
happy and your family running. Oh, dear.
You're killing the peanuts, by the way. They're all choking.
Ed whales can't wave flag.
And the Japanese are to blame. Yes, we're doing some research, and research is how many whales can we kill in a day? Feelings and how to destroy them. Oh, I like the sound of that. Yeah.
Women cannot stand and pee.
You make a terrible mess.
It don't matter how times you try, it's not going to happen. You make a mess.
How to
How
shit
to shit in the woods.
Third edition. It's either very popular or the previous two contained mistakes.
No, they've been down the
Oh,
Chinese.
yes, I've got that one. Paddington gets
Gets
tanked.
tanked. Shit.
Oh, dear. Put down that framed family photo.
My first rectal exam.
A wee drive to a remote location adventure.
Yeah.
Now, who wants to help Daddy dig a hole?
Gone long since about hand jobs.
Mummy drinks because you're bad.
I like what Microraptors put. Trans
Yeah.
women's superpower. Some of us can stand peeing up. Very good. The loose with loose.
My first little boob job.
Oh, listen. A silicon and sister book.
I like the way she's brought 2 extras for her boobs. Look, 2 extra glasses for her. What do you think? You're going to drink out of her nipples?
Weird.
Yeah. God, handling chicks.
How to deal with lifetimes worth of women without using lethal force.
And by Karl Marx and Dan and Nate.
Normalising your mother's manic behaviour.
I wouldn't go near my mum. She had a paintbrush in her hand.
Oh.
Well, no. Simply
Not
did
only is it Zippy denies the Holocaust,
Sure.
it's mine little camp reader. Who cut the cheese?
Jeez. Better not be a green one. I reckon it's the bloke at the bottom because he was smiling. Look, him in the corner. Look. The old
This
kid.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, nobody can tell. It was me.
I reckon the woman's savouring it.
Yeah.
Hey, what a piquant buffet. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Jack,
Have
the
a glass
days
of
until the
that.
apocalypse.
Yes.
Are we dead yet? Are we dead yet?
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
I can't play chess.
That's when I went to look and see if it was real because I thought that'd be a good book.
Just no business without a penis. I just asked Boris.
Option title passes.
Aw,
That nurse again.
goodbye, testicles.
And there we go.
There, good.
That's all
Oh,
I've
thank you
got
very
for you.
much.
Some people is wrong.
What you can't use any of those books, Pip, for a story.
No, they're not real, Terry.
I've got a famous
No,
five.
they're not.
Famous five go dogging.
You can make them.
I've got a famous 5 one.
You can make them real if you want, Pip.
No, you're okay.
You definitely won't get monetized, but they'd be funny.
I've got a famous 5 one. There's quite a few of them on Amazon. Famous 5 do Brexit and
Do Brexit.
Yeah, I've got 5 break their asbos and 5 go dogging.
If I go talking.
I think we never open up a library.
Right, so they're just the covers.
5 give up the booze. That's the one I've got.
Oh,
But it's quite long, so I haven't done it yet.
and there's one here. It's a cutaway of an astronaut in a Mercury capsule, and it's just entitled, "What the fuck was I thinking?" Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those poor buggers, they got shot into space and had to travel through space backwards because the Mercury capsule flew backwards.
All right.
That's why they were
Well,
equipped with periscopes, so they could look down the periscope and see where they were going.
Not where they've been, but where they actually
Oh,
go.
Oh, they could see where they've been because
Yeah.
they've got windows in front of them, so they could
Yeah.
see where they've been. They could see where they were going because it flew backwards. It flew heat shield first.
Yeah.
So Ilya says you can play that clip if you like, Terry. It's very funny.
Okay.
It's Punchy interviewing McFlatty.
Same nurse sewed the dog's nuts into the boot job. Trust you, Iris, too.
Yeah.
They're lagging.
Always wonder what they did with her. Have a castration.
Burn them. I will be right back.
Burn them? Oh, that's a waste of good meat.
Dog's balls for your dinner.
No thanks.
Well, it's a delicacy in China.
What do you think? This I'm a has-been. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
The Bush Tucker Trolls. Yeah, right. You just take the piss now, aren't you? No, you actually eats that crap.
This came out on the 18th, did it? Okay. So what was this? An interviews from around the globe. Hosted by, produced by. Okay. Well, it goes for 13 minutes. So.
An interview with.
Yeah, an interview.
Someone
It
in-
just says interviews from around the globe. It does go on a bit though, for 13 minutes.
What subject?
I got no idea what the subject is.
Oh.
It just says the weekly derp teaser. Interviews from around the globe.
All right.
Sit down with debunkers.
I just got a nip out.
That's my content channel. Y apostrophe all. Sub
Yo.
if you have an apostrophe T. LOL weekly derp is coming starting this Monday.
Oh.
Okay. Hello and bonjour from 39 Telemundo. I am Devon Showerhandle, and with me today, we're going to interview via satellite a flat earther who goes by the name of McFlatty. Hello, McFlatty. How are you?
Aloha. I don't speak Nacho Spanish. Over.
It's
Copy.
okay. We'll do our best just to speak English and keep it easy for you, okay? And also, it's just a call via satellite. You can just think of it as just pretend you're in the room with me. You don't have to say over or anything.
Oh.
Okay?
All right. Copy. Over.
Okay, we'll work with that. Well, I think given that, so obviously you're here today because we're going to talk about this interview that you had with an ex-NASA executive of 39 years. But I think a couple things that we're all curious about is, since you are a flat earther, we kind of have to ask, what is your level of education?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I have many degrees, master's degrees and doctor degrees. I got my first master's at Full Sail University in After Effects. And then I went to the Hollywood Upstairs Medical College. So you can call me Dr. McFlatty. I'll be offering some classes for $300 a piece. I'll get in. Follow me on my YouTube, and you'll find that. And then starting in the fall, I'm going to the Flat Earth Community University. In fact, you go Flurfers. So that's looking good there. I can't wait for that to start.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to call you a doctor. Now, I've never really heard of any of these institutions. So what exactly makes you think that you're qualified to teach on this subject?
Oh, well, of all the people in this interview right now, I'm the only one with a master's degree. So, you can't even sit at the table with me. I could go into any university and teach because I have a master's degree. So, yeah, that's what I am.
Okay, that's very interesting. One thing I am curious about, though, I noticed that you have the hat there and you have the frisbee. Am I safe to assume that you has a team of some sort?
Oh, of course, yeah. Being a flat Earth college, no ball sports are allowed. Right? So yeah, we have the frisbee team is what we have, and our mascot is the Spinies, or just the spine. It's a spine.
Sorry, and why is it called the spine?
Because of all the discs.
Of course.
So,
I should have seen that coming. Yeah. Okay, well that's good to know. But I'm assuming, even with education, that you probably were not born being a flat earther. So, how and when did you first find out about the flat Earth?
Oh, well, it was 17 years ago. I was watching YouTube, and and seeing some videos on flat Earth, and it was O.J. Simpson that was talking about flat Earth, and he's a flat earther, that obviously, and Will Smith as well. They were interviewing each other, and about flat Earth, and I watched videos, so many videos of flat earthers, Bruce Willis, anyway. So, but I tried for 3 years to debunk flat Earth, and if somebody with as many degrees as me can't debunk flat Earth, then you have to admit that the Earth is flat. And I don't want to be a flat earther. It's not something we choose. Flat Earth chooses us.
Yes.
Right. So
I have a question for you. So you said 17 years ago. YouTube's only really been around since 2005. Just kind of curious how you're watching videos then.
That's on your calendar. I have a different calendar. So it was 17 years ago on my calendar.
Yeah, that's interesting. I suppose that's a topic for another interview. I'm sure we will have it at some point.
No, we won't.
Okay. Okay, but after you found this out, I'm assuming that you probably didn't just watch videos and come to this conclusion, right? Like, I'm assuming that for you to come to this, you probably had to verify it for yourself, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. So, well, one time I was at the ocean and I saw a boat really far away. And according to globe math, it should have, of 8 miles per square inch, the boat should have been hidden between 407 wool tums of water, and it wasn't. So obviously the Earth is flat.
That makes perfect sense. Okay. But anywho, so I just want to kind of get that out of the way, just to kind of see your background and just kind of what got you into this. But
Of course.
so anywho, now the reason why we have you here is just to discuss the interview with the NASA executive. So how did you first hear of or find out about the executive, and how did you two get into contact with each other?
Oh, well, yeah, that's a good question. So I was just like all other flat earthers should do. I was calling NASA every day and talking to the employees and telling them the truth that they've been lied to and that they've been compartmentalized. And eventually, after a few years of this, somebody called me back. Now he wouldn't tell me he can't say his real name. We just call him Johnny Trombone to protect his anonymity. And so he called me and he said he was an executive and he wanted to expose NASA's faking of the flat Earth. So, me and Bobby Trombone, we put together this idea where I'd come up to this, norther of America country and interview him, but it was tough. The helicopters were following, and there's eyes in the trees, not just the potatoes. But when you're as woke as me, and you can see and get past all of these things so that we could get that interview done without getting caught.
That's very interesting. But I guess I did actually watch the interview earlier, and I had a couple questions on that. So I noticed that when you're speaking to the executive, he did say that a lot of the employees at NASA weren't actually aware that it was all just a complete hoax. They were just basically there doing their jobs and not realizing what they were doing, or.
Well, yes, of course. They're all departmentalized, and the astronauts don't even know. It's the two. There's just the two astronauts. Forgot their names. Doesn't matter. Them and then there's some temps, a couple temps that they hired. This is all from ex-NASA executive Billy Trumpet. So he told me that they would put the LCD screens over the windows of the capsule, and then they'd give some NyQuil to the astronauts and put them, and so they felt dizzy, and then they told them that they were weightless. Oh, that's good times. They fell for it. So anyway, that's how they did it, was CGI screens and NyQuil basically. And all the departmentalized people, they're just doing these calculations on their little Casio watches all day long for nothing. That's why NASA needs the $694 billion a day budget to just pay these people to do nothing.
It definitely is a lot of money. That's definitely very interesting to hear. I will say that. So after hearing all that, naturally I was a little confused, to say the least. But what was the public response to this? Was there any sort of outcry or?
Oh, to the interview, yes. There were so many truth bombs in that interview. I tell you, being in that car with all them bombs was very hard to deal with. But after that, so many people, thousands of people have contacted me now that they know that the Earth is flat. And they're truthers like me too. They're on the McFlatty crew. And in fact, now riots have broken out all over the place. And I sent a map, and we can put that map on the screen. Can we do that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So here's the map on the screen, and you can see where the riots all started down in Florida. And they moved into the 3rd precinct of Cape Canaveral and burned it down, of course. Who doesn't do that? And then it moved to places, you can see it moved on from Florida into nearby Georgia and New Zealand.
Okay, and that's all well and good. It's just I'm looking at this map here, and at the top, the heading clearly says this. Like, it looks like a child's crashed it out, but it says COVID-19 cases in the United States, mapping the hotspots.
Oh, that's just what they want you to think. It's actually the riots from the Flat Earth truth bombs. This is just their coded way of communicating things. They don't send emails or make phone calls. They put it on national news when they need to send secret messages. Typical, normal normal stuff that woke people see.
Yeah, of course. And also, I noticed that was
Who's this
just a map
novice?
of the United States of America. Do you expect this to spread internationally?
Oh, of course, yes. I'm sure it's gonna spread. It'll probably be, it's gonna spread to Texas internationally and then Oklahoma by next week.
That's very,
That's not
very, very
international.
interesting. Well, okay.
That's a joke.
Yeah, I guess with the thousands of people that have kind of climbed on board with this, those who've gotten behind you, one thing we can still say is I think that even now there's still a lot of us, majority of us probably.
Well, not
still
many,
don't.
just a few, right?
Okay.
There's
well,
not many, Globers
we
left.
still say is I think that
We've
even
taken-
now there's still a lot of us, majority of us probably,
Well,
myself included. I think, and even to those who are still on the fence, we are kind of, I don't know what's the word, skeptical of it.
Mom.
Yeah, we are skeptical to say the least. But if there's one thing we could maybe just try for ourselves, just to maybe.
Peanut butter and jelly. Sorry.
That's okay. So would you recommend one experiment for us to try, or one thing?
Strawberry milk. Okay. Oh, sorry. What did you say?
Sorry, as people like myself are kind of skeptical, is there any sort of experiment or observation that we can do or make just to maybe not necessarily prove, but just give us, sway us in that direction to maybe take that into consideration that the Earth may be in flux?
Of course, yes. Well, everybody knows that the moon puts off its own light and it's cold, right? And that proves that the Earth is flat. So what you can do is you can get your handy magnifying glass, right? And you can on a full moon you can freeze ants with it. So you just go outside and you freeze ants, and that proves the Earth is flat. And actually, if you get a big enough magnifying glass, you can make ice with it. So I'm actually starting a business, and since your audience is international, they can contact me because I'm starting an ice business that's green ice business, because we don't use any. Well, it's not green because it's from the moon, and the moon is kind of cold, so it's blue. So it's blue energy, and we're making ice out of cold moonlight. So let me know if you want to be in on the ground floor of a new. So it's blue energy.
That is MC Tune, isn't it?
Out of
Who the hell got this guy?
moonlight. So let me know if you want to be in on the ground.
So
it's blue energy.
That is MC Tune, isn't it?
Out of
joining us.
moonlight. So let me know if you want to be in on the ground.
It's
blue energy.
That is MC Tune, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks. Out of and I hope we're all keeping it flat. So let me know if you want to be in on the ground. Blue energy.
That is MC Tune, isn't it?
Thanks.
Out of
moonlight. So let me know if you want to be in on the ground. Blue energy.
That is MC Tune, isn't it?
Out of moonlight. So let me know if you want to be in on the ground. Blue energy.
That is MC Tune, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Sarah muted him.
Voice meter.
Even recognise him.
MC2.
It's McToon.
Okay.
No, it's
I don't
McFluddy. It doesn't look anything like MC Tune. Not one. Doesn't even sound like him.
It's
Not
Ozzie
this
Cruise
guy.
alter ego. No, that's Punchy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
Christ. That's
Punchy,
Christ Punchy, isn't it? Or Punchy something.
Yeah. Christ Punchy.
And they're just taking the piss out of Flurfus.
Gary, yeah, you did a boo boo. Yeah, you can talk through Discord, Gary, but not when you got background open in. If you had YouTube open or something, I think that's what happened then.
Yeah.
It's his alter ego.
Almost finished anyway.
You can cheat by talking through Discord, but you can't have YouTube going at the same time.
No.
Oh, Blue's out there now. Okay, back to what we were
who's the
doing.
other guy with the
I think it's nearly
glasses on?
finished. I think.
MC Flatty.
That's it. That's MC Flatty, is it?
McFlatty.
Yeah, that's McFlatty.
So who's this guy interviewing?
Punchy.
That's Punchy.
That's Punchy. Right. Okay, I'm up to speed now.
You need to
sure?
get out more, Mad.
No, you need to
No,
move away from
I
Turkey.
think it's the other way around. I think he doesn't need to get out more.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I'm
that
not
finished
allowed.
off there anyway, by the look of it. So we got
Yeah.
just to the end of it.
I'm only allowed to go out if someone's got a lead attached to me.
Oh,
That's
okay.
I
Okay.
might bite, you see.
I know McFlatty has done other videos before, but I haven't seen him.
It's going to make ice. I thought it was quite funny. Big, large magnifying glass.
You get a big enough one, you can have it and make ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But only
I
when
think,
it's a full.
McFlatty-
But only when it's a full moon.
Only when
McFlatty did one in his car, I think, as well.
Oh, did he?
Oh, that's the one I
Oh,
missed.
yes,
yeah,
he
the one
did.
in his
Yeah,
car. Yeah, I missed
Yeah.
that one.
Oh.
Because a lot of these flat earthers record in the car, don't they? Because they're the other hubs. They're
Mm.
fed up.
There's some of them. Their missus don't like them in the kitchen.
No. No, that's what makes me think that CC's just a troll and a po.
Mm.
Because if that was for real, why would he show that to everyone?
Mm.
Yeah. That's
I'd be
funny.
Just-
embarrassed to show it. I wouldn't even bother.
Exactly. If he was genuine about it all, he'd never show it.
That's hilarious. though.
Unless his missus found the image on the computer and went, "Oh, what's this? I'll upload that onto the channel." And then he would have came and went, "What's this?"
that's hilarious.
Come in.
Okay. I don't know what else to do. I've got a Where's Wally here. What's that one? That's 10 minutes.
You know what's really annoying? Buying stuff off eBay, but receiving stuff you bought 2 weeks after the first stuff you bought, and the first stuff you bought hasn't arrived yet.
It's got a Mr. Sensible.
Yeah.
I'll look for that weird
Got
underworld for
Lane of
you.
Walk. It goes for 10 minutes.
I had one bloke's excuse why he was late sending it. I mean, it only took him like a month and a half
Creaky.
to send it. It was because he was waiting for the box.
Am I muted?
No.
No, he was waiting for the box. What the bloke he bought it off was going to send him 3 months earlier. So I just sent a message back to him. I said, well, either. I think the guy has lost interest in on you, the cardboard box. I don't really need a cardboard box to put the motherboard in. Just send it to me or give me my money back. 2 days later, it arrived on my doorstep. But it only took like 6 weeks to do it. Bloody hell.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. You know,
Well, it's like when I realised I had to get a second CPU, the first one I ordered, the guy contacted me the next day and said, look, there's a problem with it. I'm going to have to send you a refund. I said, yeah, no worries, because I found another one on eBay.
yeah.
I said, yeah, okay. It took something like a fortnight for eBay and PayPal to actually refund the money. And I think they only refunded it because I sent them a message and I was having a message conversation with them. They're saying, oh, it could take up to a month. No, bollocks. It doesn't take a month to you. Why are you telling me and the vendor that I've been refunded the money when I haven't been refunded the money. And I started to cause a bit of a stink. And within 2 hours, I got a refund.
Yeah, it shouldn't take 2 weeks. They just hold on to it for the interest,
Of course
which is
they do.
wrong. They're supposed to pay you straight away.
Oh, you've been refunded. It could take your bank or whatever up to a month. No, it doesn't.
No, it's
Don't
instant.
give me that shit.
Yeah, it is literally instant.
And as soon as I started to cause a stink, bing, the money appeared. Yeah. Coincidence? Don't think so.
No.
Because he kept emailing me and said, "Have you got your refund yet?" No. But it tells me you have. I says, "Yes," and eBay tells me I have. But I haven't.
I've never had problems with refunds.
No, that's the first time I've had a problem. But as soon as I, actually started messaging them, and they gave me the standard reply, and I said, "No, don't give me the standard reply. I actually want to talk or message with a person."
Yeah.
And that took some doing. But as soon as I started messaging, obviously a real person and not just some automated reply system, things got taken care of. What a surprise!
Hello, Boggs. Yes, it is bloody damn annoying.
Yeah.
So, especially when the person you're talking to on the other end hasn't got a clue what you're talking about and just makes excuses up rather than just hang on, I'll look into it. I hate it when they do. Oh, well,
I've been doing this for 3 years in this.
You know, Sam.
Well, stop it or you'll go blind.
Yeah, he's already gone blind. His eyes are falling out and his hair's
I've
gone.
been doing this for 3 years. I hope
Yes.
it changed hands.
Yeah. Have you washed them hands lately?
Ah, dear.
Oh, these headphones are annoying. Battery's going and it keeps pipping in my ear every few minutes. I won't mind if it's a soft bleep, but it's beep. Yeah. Like that horrible tune at the end of BBC Two, what used to play with the little girl
Oh, yeah.
with a test card.
Oh, I've got a video to play. I will just play Simon. That'll probably do it for
Oh, yes, I
tonight.
can't remember which one this is now.
New breed of flat earther enters the battle.
Oh, this, yes. I remember what this one is now.
We'll make this the last one.
This is painful in places.
Okay. Voices in my head are fighting with each other. Oh, that's a shame, Carl.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
I know. You just don't know who's going to win.
I've been doing this for 3 years in December, and along with the usual suspects, every now and again a new flat earth hero enters the fold. And it's always the same. They've got all the answers, they know the real truth, and they are the hero that the flat earthers are looking for. No prizes for guessing what we're going to be looking at today. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Yes, YouTuber Witsit Gets It is a new breed of flat earther that is literally the same as the old one. Arguments with no evidence, personal incredulity set to max, and an absolutely staggering misunderstanding of physics. Let's delve into his video, The Earth is Still Flat.
I just wanted to cover the basics real quick about why it's provable that the Earth is flat, because it's been a while. So yeah, we were all indoctrinated and told that we live on this tiny speck of dust in this ever-expanding universe. So I'm going to break this down for some Globers, and hopefully they grasp the magnitude of what I'm saying.
I'm
But
sure
it's so
we all
clever,
will,
can't
buddy.
wear his hat
Will you
properly.
have anything new to say, though?
So it's commonly known and accepted in intellectual forum that when you make a positive claim, you have what's called the burden of proof. You have to substantiate your claim with evidence.
Yes, but the Earth being a globe isn't a claim. It's a fact. People have seen it with their own eyes.
The globe Earth is a positive claim. Not only that, but it's a positive claim of specificity. Okay? It claims axial rotation of 1,040 miles per hour east at the equator. It claims a circumference around the equator of 24,901 miles. It claims a radius of 3,959 miles. So it's a positive claim of specificity. Okay, it claims orbital trajectory, that we're in the fabric of space-time. It claims a lot of things.
A lot of things that have all been substantially proven. They are facts.
And so, being that specific positive claim, it has a very specific burden of proof. The issue arises when you go seek out the proof for this positive claim.
Yes, it is an issue. You guys don't accept any evidence we give you. You hand-wave dismiss it.
So to clarify or to preemptively, discuss commonly used fallacious arguments from globe earthers, the globe earth has the burden of proof. If you start trying to poke holes in some flat earth model, that is called a shifting the burden of proof fallacy.
But you've just said it yourself. Making a positive claim with specificity means that you have the burden of proof. You claim the Earth is flat. Positive claim with specificity. The burden of proof is yours.
In addition, Flat Earth doesn't actually claim a definitive model. We don't have all the information required to make a model.
Oh, right. You want us to accept that the Earth is flat, even though you can't explain any of the natural phenomena that we see. Right. Oh, hang on. You do have explanations for things, but the trouble is they all contradict each other. Over here in reality, of course, the globe, and by extension the heliocentric model, perfectly predicts everything. Without fail.
Okay, so that's a shifting the burden of proof fallacy and a straw man fallacy, because no model that you try to poke holes in can actually be a genuine flat earther's position, because we don't claim a definitive model because we don't have access to all the information required.
By your own admission then, the flat earth has no evidence. Good start, matey, good start.
Another common fallacy that globe earthers use is a reification fallacy. So what they do is they postulate things that they consider evidence that require the presupposition that the earth is a ball.
Oh, here we go. Examples?
They also do this with gravity. They reify gravity. So that's a reification fallacy. Those are the three major ones, if you ever try to debate a globe earther, that they're going to pull out. The shifting the burden of proof fallacy, a straw man fallacy, and a reification fallacy.
Right, okay. Let's keep all of that in mind as we continue to review his video.
What's up, Karen? Karen B is a legend. Go sub to Karen B on YouTube.
No thanks.
So, here's the deal. Axial rotation has never been substantiated. They tell us that we're spinning around 1,040 miles per hour east, but it's never been substantiated.
We substantiate it every day when we see the sun rise and set. And very recently, a giant underground motion sensor has detected Earth's spin and tilt. ROMI uses extremely accurate laser beams travelling in opposite directions around triangular piping that becomes stretched and squashed by incredibly small amounts. The mismatch between the wavelengths of the lasers reveals the speed and tilt of Earth's rotation. Like to see you explain those results away.
Globe Earthers will bring up Foucault's pendulum. It doesn't have an independent frame of reference. It isn't consistent, it has a window of error, and it doesn't correlate cause and effect. Science is the correlation of cause and effect. So what that means is you have an observable phenomena that is the effect Okay, you have to correlate the cause to the effect, which means you have to have an independent variable that is manipulated so that it differentiates the effect.
Someone's been listening to Nathan Oakley. You can't hijack the meaning of science to suit your own agenda. The Oxford English Dictionary defines science as the following: knowledge about the structure and behaviour of the natural and physical world based on facts that you can prove, for example by experiments. My 5-year-old son the other day collected worms and snails and put them in a bucket and then put a load of different vegetation in there to see which ones they would eat. That is science. The countless videos on the internet of people putting Mentos in Diet Coke. That is science. NASA having a giant telescope that's orbiting Earth taking pictures of deep space. That is science.
And then you can validate that that is the cause. Okay, that's what the actual scientific method is. Yeah, you have the dependent variable, the effect, the observable phenomena. You have an independent variable that you manipulate to validate the effects. Okay, to validate that it is the cause of the effect. It's very simple. The globe Earth doesn't do this ever at all. So there's literally not one single piece of scientific evidence for the globe Earth.
Well, you think that based on your own warped definition of what science is. Hardly conclusive, is it?
So very simply, Foucault's pendulum doesn't prove axial rotation because, again, it doesn't have an independent frame of reference, an inertial frame of reference. It's still connected to the Earth. It doesn't have an independent frame of reference. And it has a window of error. It isn't consistent. And it doesn't correlate the cause and the effect. So it is not in any way valid postulation for evidence of the globe Earth spinning.
Yet you can use one to figure out almost your exact latitude on the planet. If the Earth was flat and motionless, could you do that? Or would the pendulum swing be more random?
Okay, they'll bring up a gyroscope, incredibly inconsistent. You do not get 15 degrees of precession every time that you make a reading with a gyroscope.
Bob did.
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Thanks, Bob.
Just rub
Twice.
it in a bit more.
So the next thing that we set out to do was to encase the fiber optic gyro in what's called a zero Gauss chamber to see if we could actually shield the energies being generated by the heaven. And we were unsuccessful with that, unfortunately.
And again, you can't just cherry pick when it does work. For one, and again, we have the same problem. It doesn't correlate the cause to the effect. Imposed causalities, claimed causalities are just that, they're claims. You have to validate them, okay? So we were all indoctrinated and told that we lived on this tiny speck of dust that's spinning and shooting through space in this ever-expanding universe. And it was brought to you by Jesuits, the Vatican Church, literally, okay? And also a Jesuit priest came up with the Big Bang Theory.
Actually, Edwin Hubble was the man who first discovered that space was expanding. He was raised a Christian, but ended up having little or no religious beliefs.
So, one of the most corrupt establishments ever, if not the most corrupt establishment ever, brought you this fairy tale story that you evolved from apes and that you're on a tiny speck of dust and there has no evidence. So we've established axial rotation literally has no evidence. And globe earthers will bring up Foucault's pendulum, which is from 1851, and then like 70 years later in 1922, Einstein said, I've come to the conclusion that, you know, the movement of Earth will never be detected or can never be detected with observable phenomena or optical phenomena. So it's pretty crazy. Like one of the little leaders of their religion that they prop up, the incestuous scrabbler known as Albert Einstein, himself knew Foucault's pendulum wasn't a sufficient postulation to substantiate axial rotation.
You must be tired, Witsit gets it, from all that quote mining. Interesting that you omitted the later part of the sentence of that quote. Here is the full sentence for context. Oh look, the omitted part there says, though the Earth is revolving around the sun. Naughty, naughty, Witsit.
So it's a clown world whenever the Globers just regurgitate that because they heard somebody like Muktoon or Quite the Tight Shirt say it and they don't know what they're talking about. They just regurgitate things. Okay, so there's tons of evidence. Traditional Glober, no specificity. Feel free to provide some actual evidence. And maybe you should listen. Okay, so axial rotation has never been substantiated. Literally. It makes a claim of curvature. Inherently, if it's a ball, it's going to curve, right? So what we did was we went out and tested the claim of curvature. We have long-distance observations that are literal impossibilities on the globe Earth.
All of which have been debunked or explained.
We have observations of 273 miles. The black swan was done from 1 foot observer height. The geometric horizon should be at 1.2 feet. In the circulation of the mean, we gave you 5 feet. That means it's the geometric horizon, the physical, literal, tangible piece of land that should cause obstruction of view. It can be no further than 2.73 miles. This isn't a debatable number, okay? This is necessitated by the geometry of the Earth that they told you that you live on, because you take the radius times 1.225 of the observer height and you get the geometric horizon. We tested it. We saw that the horizon was beyond the oil rig that was at 9.42 miles, and it couldn't be any farther than 2.73 miles, a literal impossibility on the globe Earth.
The black swan has also been thoroughly debunked many times.
And again, we have long distance observations everywhere, all the time. 50 miles, 60 miles, 200 miles, missing a mile of curvature. A mile of curvature. We have observations where there should be a mile of the Earth blocking our view, and there's no curvature there. Really take that in. Okay. And of course, globers have been indoctrinated and trained to just regurgitate the word refraction. Void of specificity. There's 5 effects of refraction. They don't even know that. They don't actually even invoke a specific one that's relative to the postulation. They also don't seem to understand the concepts that looming, for example, is a phenomena relative to the horizon. Objects loom relative to the horizon. We're discussing the movement of the horizon. They don't understand the idea of empirical means, verification, experimentation, replication to actually verify their postulations. It's a clown world. Okay, it's pathetic. It is so pathetic, honestly.
Wow, he went a bit word salad there, didn't he? Witsit Gets Its video goes on for another half an hour, so we're going to return next month and have a little look at that section of his video. He won't be going anywhere. Right, that brings this week's episode of Flat Earth Friday to a very satisfying close. Thanks very much for joining me. And thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please do like and subscribe. It'd be thoroughly appreciated. I have been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend. And I'll see you on Tuesday where, if you can remember him, you'll be very happy to know that Hans is back. See you then.
So, in summary, he has no evidence for a flat Earth, but he knows it's not a globe.
I was muted again, wasn't I?
That's what they all say, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's not a globe. Well, what is it then? Well, it's not a globe. Yeah, well, what is it then? Well, the Earth's flat. Show me. We can't.
He's all over the place, this Witsit guy. Jumps around
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time. Doesn't stick to one explanation.
No, well, if they stay on something long enough, you can pin them down on it. They can't be having that.
And he's borrowed the scientific method off Riley, or Oakley.
Yeah, I think he's another one of those who claimed not to know Oakley, Riley, and all the rest of the gang, but he repeats all their garbage word for word.
I couldn't listen to him anymore. I had to mute.
Mm.
That was just.
He's a cross between Oakley and Nathan Thompson, and obviously has as much substance as both of them put together, i.e., none.
So he looks to me like he has got no friends. He never goes out, and to get attention, he's decided to be an idiot and go on YouTube and post crap.
Quite possibly.
Hey, Mum, look.
Is that a positive claim of specificity?
Specific. I can't even say that words.
And yet, I thought that claiming the Earth is flat is a positive claim. So, you know.
It's funny, that, isn't it? It's that you can't have it both ways. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works both ways.
What's good for the goose? If you're telling us that we've got to provide evidence, and we provide evidence, and you just hand wave dismiss it, you can't even provide evidence.
No, I wouldn't even provide evidence. I wouldn't even make a claim. I just ask him to prove his claim.
There's a casual space person saying, "What's that mad bastard doing on the panel? He's wrong."
He's wrong. Hey, casual. How you doing? And you see that bit at the bottom of the ashtray, that bit you can never get out. It's really always, it's just, it's just that's you. That is casual.
Yes, Blue, you're right. I mean, when you see anybody wearing a hat on backwards like that,
I know.
Oh, no name's out
and
there
he's
too.
indoors.
I didn't see
Why is
no
he wearing a
name.
hat indoors and backwards?
Were you hiding, No Name?
Loitering with intent.
Simon was saying that there's a person at the end there that he was mentioning. I'm not sure if I know that person.
And he's wearing a hat.
He's just a fruitcase.
Oh, you just
Hans
woke
is
up,
not the
No
full
Name.
shilling.
Okay. Just woke up. What time is it?
8 o'clock in the morning-ish.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Which morning though? Which day? Saturday.
Today?
Friday.
It's 10 o'clock
Saturday.
here. It's 10
Is it
p.m.
Saturday?
here, Saturday.
Almost.
It'll be Saturday there as well.
Yes,
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Yes,
Everyone-
Red Nuts.
Am I back? Testing 1, 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're
Go
back.
away.
You're a bit
You're
loud. You're a bit louder.
anyone
this
on
time.
that.
I had to swap headphones because the other ones just died.
Yeah, the other ones are
Ah.
very soft. I could barely hear you.
Thank you, Bogs. Anytime. You're allowed to anytime. Just don't go mad.
You're really soft, Terry.
I'm really soft, Terry. Am I really soft,
You're
Terry?
really. That's better. You're not so soft now.
You talking about my voice or my disposition?
You're well, either, but
Is that
mainly
what
your
you call
voice.
Oh dear.
Boggs, if you calculate that into Aussie dollars, that £2, and I go halves with Pip. Okay.
About
We'll have to work that out.
Yeah, but you got 2 zeros. Don't forget to count the 2 zeros.
Oh yeah, the 2 zeros.
Yeah, because he'd be really upset if you didn't count the 2 zeros.
Oh God, here we go.
A casual spaceman put the 1 cent in.
Like, casual.
Oh no, it's going to be an argument now.
Good, let them carry on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, please carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have a thingo with the money.
Yeah. It's usually Bogs and John Rapp do it.
The first one that gets to 3 wins.
It's
If you get to a-
righto,
if you get to a-
casual.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The last one that gets the 3 wins.
Yeah, but the first one that gets to 100 wins, and you can't be beaten.
Well, I'll say 1 unit then.
£2 and 1 pence.
Casual's
This
trying
is
to
going to
correct
get
me.
you £210. I hope so for Ed Bailey. You want to play?
This is going to get up to £210. Egg him on. Go on. Poke him with a stick. Anyone got a big shovel with some coal on it?
He's okay. Oh well. Don't say I didn't offer.
Come on, you tight buggers. You can't let casual win. He's got to be wrong. And if it's only a penny more.
Can you do halfpenny then? No,
Micro Crapper said, I think one of you called Hans a fruitcase. And in Psy-Striking stream, someone called Orphan Red a fruitcake. I'm so used to those being insults towards gays, but I know
are they?
that's not what you mean. I've
No.
never heard
Oh,
those sayings being said to
no,
people that are
nutty for
gay.
fruitcake. I'm just going to
Yeah,
bake a fruitcake.
yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Means you're
That's a
mad.
new one. That's a
Nutty for
new one.
fruitcake. Thank you, Gary. You messed up big time.
I think there was a time.
333.
There was a time when they got called fruities.
Yeah.
You do half
But-
pennies anymore.
But yeah, that's not what we mean. When we call them a fruitcake or a fruitcake, we're basically calling them mad.
That's a good reminder because I had boiled up fruit yesterday to make a cake, fruit loaf today.
Mm.
Hi, Pat. Check out the plot hole video room 904.
Well, Ruish
You're
just
on, mate.
dropped one.
Yeah, but Sleeping Warrior.
How long ago did he drop that? What's that? Ruish globe model busted by Sleeping Warrior exploring the plane. Oh, it goes for 6 minutes.
Thank you, John. Another 333. What am I looking for? The plot hole.
Oh, that's for
What are they
me,
up
that
to?
one. The A, that's for me, that one.
Oh, that's for you.
Yeah, because that's for me. That's.
Ooh, nice guy.
Rhubarb?
Blackberry.
Stewed rhubarb. I haven't had rhubarb for
How
50
have you got
years.
brambles already? Room 904, The Secret. Is that the one you're talking about, Colin? I'll check it later. Oh, it's later? Okay.
Oh, we've been going for 2.5 hours. I think we've been going long enough. We can do a bit of an after show over in the Discords if anyone's out in the Peanut Gallery in my Discord. I think they all are by the look of it. Cubatech 77. I don't know if Microcrapper's not Microcrapper in your Discord.
Yeah.
Microcrap.
Well, they leave it up to interpretation. Some of these names they give themselves.
No, it very clearly says Microraptor.
Yeah.
And in his Discord, he's got a little birdie. Yes, he's in my Discord. He
You
just
mean
joined
to
it.
say you can't get Microcrapper out of that? No.
No.
Yeah, Microraptor, take no notice of casual. That's not what he was complaining about last night.
Oh, thank God it's flat. Buy an English accent book. I'm not bloody English, so no. I'm Welsh.
Very bad Welsh accent,
And
actually.
don't be asking for that money back because you're not getting it.
Fred says some of us never get an invite to the big Discord table. Why not, Fred?
I know being Aussie, it won't be a round table.
Why wouldn't it?
Well, it just wouldn't. It'd just be too easy, wouldn't it? You just wouldn't have a table. You just have chairs.
Yeah, we don't need a table.
Exactly. You got an ice box and a Barbie. That's all you need.
King Arthur and the Knights of the Icebox.
Well, if you're honestly not in my Discord, Fred, I can chase you up in Discord somewhere. Get you a link.
Do you not in your Discord? That's disgraceful.
It is, isn't it?
Well, if he's over on
It's on mine.
Pip's got her Discord somewhere.
It can send him a link.
My
Yeah.
Discord's in the description.
Oh, I've just gone into Fair Sucker the South. I like that one, Brainery. Say specificity again. I dare you. I double dare you. Yeah, I'll have to make some memes like that. Yeah, specificity.
Double dare.
He said only if you can find me. Oh, that's a challenge, Fred.
Can't Pip send him one? Or has she not got rights
I don't
to
know if she's got that feature.
Uh,
She might not have that feature to do it.
no, I don't.
If you, I can send it to him if he texts something in one of your channels in there, and then I can link it that way. Oh, what's Paul drinking? You got enough for everyone?
Can you read that?
Yeah, sure.
Right,
That's all I'm thinking.
type something in Parrot Talk.
double black?
I'm going to walk a black label.
Can't you get any decent whiskey
Are you
down
putting
there?
Coca-Cola in Scotch? Oh my god.
No.
Oh. How much did I win it for?
That'd cost me a month's wages to buy a bottle of that.
It's not that
Eddie needs
expensive.
super chat for hosting.
Okay then. Oh, we'll wind it up then. Well, thanks, Oliver Lodge, Farmer, Pip, Mad. We only had a short panel today. We had a Micro Raptor. Oh yeah, I'll
I'm
say your
quite
name
tall.
right for a change. Fred. Thank God it's flat. John Rapp, the Casual Space Person. Who else? Colin. Gary, that did a boo-boo. Carl. I did see some other people that were in the chat. I seen Big Blue. And I seen...
Yeah, Blue was around.
Who else did I see? No Name. Cubitech 77. Stewie. There we go. Brainery. 9 o'clock hero. Oh, they're all
Did they
back
all
up
press
there.
the like button?
Dartman. They're all back up there.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button. How many likes you got? You got 31. There you
31.
go. That's it. They've hit it now.
I hit it myself.
That's cool.
There we go. I'll
Thank you.
catch us all over on Discord, whoever's coming. And if you're not in my Discord, let us know and I'll sort out
Fred
links
has
for you.
Fred has typed in my Discord, so you can find me there.
Okay.
In the welcome. In the welcome.
Colin's sending me porn again. Colin, what have you been told about that? Pip, I'll go to your channel. Which is your... I've got no idea which is your text channel thing over...
Well, it's in Wellicome. Go to Wellicome.
Wellicome.
Wellicome. That's how the Welsh say it, don't they?
There's a microcrafter in there.
Yeah, and there's a Fred the
Anyone else who wants to join Terry's Discord, give us a
I'll
shout
invite.
out now.
Yeah, I'll invite Micro Raptor. Who else went over there?
Fred the Magnificent.
Oh, there's Fred. Fred the Magnificent. There's Fred. Anyone else?
Not Wellicome, Micro.
I think Global Mum's already in my Discord.
Yeah.
I'm not
How much
sure
is that
about
bottle of whiskey over there?
Carl, you're already in mine. What do I send you another invite for? No, everyone usually comes to mine, John. Excuse me.
Who was that?
You're excused.
Who was that? Who was that? Wasn't me.
That weren't me.
Not me.
That was mad.
Who was that?
Was mad.
It was mad.
Right, enough of this.
Yeah.
Weren't me.
Okay. Can you say thanks everybody for watching, Pip, or do you want me to type something?
Shocking behaviour.
Okay.
I'll just say it. Thank you, everybody, for watching and coming. Thank you for the super chat.
Later all. Thanks for watching.
Laters.
Bye.
In the side chat.
Bye, nutters. Bye, Peanut.
Bye.
There we go.
Bye, Dick Nuts.
Dick Nuts? Did you
No,
say Dick Nuts?
Dick Nuts.
Oh.
That sounded like
I thought
Dick
you
Nuts.
said Dick Nuts. Oh, you're a bunch of nutters.
Dick Nuts.
Deep nuts. Okay.
There you go.
Right.